At least consider the possibilities.
Oh, I have. In fact, that was Ed Hall's theory, that it wasn't necessarily Paul Kendall, because anybody who would have read that article that Richard Abbott wrote in the Banner would have enough information from that to use against me.
All right, then let's talk names and motives. I want you to tell me about every enemy that you've ever had.
Every?
Dorian, how long a list is it?
It's not that so much. It's that it opens up a lot of old wounds, and it's the kind of thing you normally talk about with a psychiatrist, not a private detective.
Yeah? Well, there's the couch. Start talking.
All right. Though I would like to begin by saying that there are a great many things in my life which I am not necessarily proud of.
I wouldn't think so.
Thank you very much.
Though I doubt that you have ever done anything bad enough to encourage this type of terror. Or have you?
I know she has company, now she has more.
Herb, my goodness, you didn't have to bother to come over like
no
this.
bother at all, darling. John, maybe you can fill me in on what's going on here.
Herb, I think maybe Dorian ought to tell you.
There's not very much to tell, except that I am the object of someone's personal vendetta.
What?
And that someone could be Paul Kendall.
Paul Kendall? You didn't think I should know about that?
Herb, please, you're in the midst of an important campaign.
You should have called me right away. John, thank you for coming over, but I'll take it from here.
Yeah, sorry, Herb, but Dorian's already hired me to handle the case.
Hired you? Oh. Yeah, I guess I'm beginning to understand. When you stopped working for me, you said it was interfering with your personal interests. I guess one of those interests is Dorian, isn't it?
Like you said, Herb, I'm no longer working for your office, so that makes this case my business.
I didn't know that John was working for you.
No one knew. When Dorian's been threatened, that makes it the district attorney's business.
I wish somebody had told me.
I didn't know you took a personal interest in these sort of things, Herb.
I take these things very personally, which is why I'm telling you to back off.
Wait a minute, guys. There's no reason for a jurisdictional fight here. Just a little while ago, I was frightened to death and feeling very much alone, and now I have two champions coming to my rescue.
What you need right now are some facts. I'm going to run a check on Paul Kendall's whereabouts.
Yeah, that's a great idea, Herb, but I've already begun a search myself.
Well, I hate to see you wasting your valuable time, John. I'm sure my contacts can tell us everything we have to know. Dorian, I'll call you the second I know something. You going my way?
No, thanks. I've got a few things to check out around here.
Suit yourself. Now, if you get any more of those threatening letters or calls, you...
I will call you, I promise.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Nice guy. I'm sure he means well, Dorian, but he's just going to get in the way.
Jonathan, I thought that you were avoiding me. You had me convinced that you didn't care whether I lived or died.
Dorian, what are you talking about?
It was because of Herb. You were working for Herb, and that's why you couldn't show your true feelings for me.
You get the wrong idea about this.
Jonathan, I think I at last have the right idea.
All right, I was concerned about working for you while I was working for Herb, yes.
That's very gallant of you. But since you are no longer working for Herb, you needn't any longer worry about his tender sensibilities. They don't need to stand in the way of you doing your job.
And it is a job. And we're going to keep it that way, understood?
Yes, as long as you understand something else. Whatever was between Herb and me is over now. So you needn't let that interfere with the job at hand.
Fine. The job at hand is basic security.
At the risk of being redundant, I am in your hands.
Great. Come here.
Where are you going?
You see that building over there?
Yes, the Danforth Hotel. It's a very nice structure architecturally, but the view from the...
Stick to the hotel. I've taken a room over there. I can watch your duplex from my room.
You have? My. I'm going to have to remember to shut my blinds.
Look, just remember this. Turn this lamp on if you're ever in trouble. I'll come running.
Oh, our own private signal. You've thought of everything. How can I thank you?
Just make sure that Emma knows not to turn this lamp on. Only turn it on if you're in trouble or there's an emergency.
All right. I feel so much better knowing that you're going to be nearby.
That's the idea. Now, listen, I've got to go check on some leads before Herb muddies up the water here. I'll be checked into my hotel by tonight, so don't worry about it, all right? Now, take care.
I will. Don't be a stranger, neighbor.
Yeah.
This time, I will play it by the book. Your book, Jon Russell.